all you sim friends out there. This is Darth Femme back with a speed build. I keep doing them even though I give myself a really hard time about doing them. But I decided to split this up into about maybe 2 or 3 parts. I think 2. Because I think people aren't really enjoying the longer ones. I find it hard myself to sit and watch a video for like 20 to 30 minutes and hear someone talking. I mean, I do it. I sit there and watch like the bigger sim YouTubers, and I get through the whole video and I enjoy it, but I'm not that interesting. So I'm not as fun and silly as they are, I guess, but I try. But yeah, so I decided to split this up, and you'll see once you get towards the end, I just stopped kind of like midway of the build. I was getting really frustrated with this build for some reason. I don't know if anyone else feels this way when they're building, that you kind of just have to like step back at one point and just take a break from the build. I find that I have to do that a lot when I'm feeling like I'm in like a creative slump. I just recently had surgery a couple of days ago. Well, no, actually it's a week now. Wow. Yeah, so I had a surgery about a week ago, and I haven't been feeling all that great to be sitting on the computer, to be honest. So for me to get this done has been a struggle. Like, I'll do a couple hours every night and then just take a break and just rest. So I think that's why I'm doing the 2 parts as well, because I'm not focused on just sitting here for hours, and I'm in pain and I'm uncomfortable. So here we are. But yeah, like I said, I get into like a creative slump, I guess, where I'm like doing it, and then all of a sudden I'm like, yeah, I'm not feeling this right now. So I took a break, and I think a lot of things were frustrating me about this build as well. I just like had a hard time getting this stupid trailer onto the house onto the trailer, and I kept showing through the floor, so I'd lift it, and then it was floating too much, and then I'd lower it, and it was just a mess. So if you notice that it's floating, it's because it's floating, and it's just, I couldn't get it back down without it coming through. So I think I'll probably go back and try to fix that before I start my next video, or play around with it more. Obviously, like I've said in my previous builds, I'm not the best builder yet. So I'm just kind of like doing a lot of trial and error with these builds and figuring it out as I go along. I'm sure, over time I'll be a lot better and figuring the ins and outs of these things, but for now, this is what's going on. So, but yeah, before I really get into the build, I just want to say again, I hope everyone is staying safe and healthy out there. It's just madness, and it's very stressful for everyone and scary. I'm scared. I have a mom here at home who is high risk because of her age and her health. So I'm, like a maniac, not letting her go anywhere. I've got her under like house arrest. And I'm home currently recovering from my surgery, but also I have a new job that I'm supposed to start, but they're closed right now. So I don't know when I'm going to start with that. So I'm very stressed with that as well. Trying to stay calm throughout all this. I have a dad down in Florida. Worried about him. I got family members who are sick, and it's just a stressful situation. I'm sure everyone is relating on this level, and just to see the horrific things happening right now in Italy, it's very disheartening. But I don't want to talk about that anymore. I want to try to stay positive, and that's why I'm trying to build as much as I can in this time off and post some things as a distraction, so I know what everyone else is focused on that as well. So back to the build. As you guys know from my previous build, I am obsessed with anything retro, anything 1950s. I love it. And I did the retro diner and the mid-century house. So I actually wanted to do a retro trailer for a really long time. Back in the day when my grandma was like in her, I think 30s or 40s. She lived down in Florida, and she actually had a trailer. I want to say it's similar to this, and she lived in like one of those really cool retro trailer parks. So originally my thoughts were going to just do one trailer and just have it sit on a tiny lot. But I was like, I saw so many cool trailers online when I was researching them. And so I figured might as well just make a whole trailer park. And I think that's why this build is kind of lengthy as well, because I'm putting a lot of detail into all the different trailers. And I kind of want to stick with like a theme with each one. Like this one here is a blue trailer, so I did most of the inside blues and like turquoise colors, and then you'll see in the other trailers more orangey colors. I haven't decided what I want to do with the other trailers. I know I want to do a pink trailer, and then I'm not sure about the other one. Like I said, I feel like with speed builds, you got to kind of think fast. Like I have been thinking about this build actually for a really long time, and how I wanted to do it. But once you get into it, like things change and your plans change, your mind wants to do other things. And once you just get into it, you get into it. And I feel like I have a hard time like trusting my creative abilities, I guess, when I'm building. Like I think too hard about my builds, and I'm like, oh, maybe someone's not gonna like this, or maybe I'm not doing enough of this. And so I think during my builds, I'm thinking too much, and I'm not just like letting go and just going with the flow. I mean, sometimes I do, but sometimes I don't. So I think I just need to just go with it and just trust my creative process, and then just, it is what it is at the end. I think I need to stop caring, maybe people aren't gonna like this. I just need to do it and post it, and then there it is. So yeah, that's, I don't know. I'm frustrated because I feel like I'm such a slow builder. I know I just started like a few months ago, and I'm sure I'll get better, but that's where we're at. So I use a lot of the live edit objects in these builds, and I came across these little grass, like the fake grass squares. And I know like back in like the day, or like with retro trailer parks, they use a lot of these fake grass. There's a name to them. I can't remember what the name is, but I thought they were so cute, and I think I might end up changing some of them. I'm not really sure. I haven't decided, but I do like the way they look with the blue trailer. So for this trailer, this drove me nuts because I forgot that when you do a house on an angle, the stairs do not go on an angle as well. Like it drives me nuts. It's another thing about The Sims that drives me nuts. Like if you can do angled houses and angled walls, why can't you do angled stairs? I know everyone is annoyed with this too. So yeah, I don't like the way it looks, but I'm leaving it as is because I wanted to do some trailers on wheels and then some stationary. I figured, maybe people came there originally and then just built up a foundation underneath their house and they decide they wanted to stay, or I don't really know how the whole trailer thing works. But I was looking, like I said, I looked at a lot of 1950s retro trailers, and I saw that some were stationary. So I decided to make maybe one or two stationary. I didn't get to the other two in this part, but maybe I'll make a second one. We'll see. I was thinking that I might change the outside of this house and make it more bright, because then it kind of matches with the blue one. I really haven't decided yet. I think once I go back for the part 2, I'll go back and make little small changes and maybe go back in the houses and clutter them up more. I kind of wanted to keep them pretty simple on the inside. But like I said, I was trying to do this as fast as possible so I don't have to make a really long video. But if I'm going to do multiple parts, then we'll see how it goes. And then I kind of want to see like if the multiple parts makes a difference with viewership, because like I said, I don't think people want to sit here for like 30 minutes listening to me. So maybe the shorter ones will be better. please let me know in the comment box if you rather see it in parts or just see it all in one shot. I'm not sure what people really like. I don't know. I think everyone's different, but if someone could give me some feedback, that would be excellent. So thank you. But yeah, for this trailer, I wanted to do a family trailer of like a family of 3 or 2 or, but I did a kids room. I feel like because people like the family home so much, I had to add a kid's bedroom into it. And so figuring out the bathroom situation in these trailers is a little difficult though, because it is such a confined space, and I wanted to try to fit in everything I possibly could, like all the necessities that they needed. So for this one, I actually didn't add an oven on the inside because I had the grill on the outside. So I kind of tried to make up for what they didn't have inside on the outside. So I was thinking that I kind of want to do like a really, really tiny trailer. I've seen a lot of pictures of those as well. And maybe just put like a bed and a mini fridge and a microwave in it. I don't know. I have to see how I'm going to do it. And I want to do that one on a wheels as well, but that was so frustrating, so I don't know. We'll see what happens. So I might do 2 that are that stay in one spot, and then maybe 2 on the wheels. I'm not sure. So we'll see once I get back into it. Probably tomorrow I'll post part 2. I hope this doesn't go into a part 3. I can't really see it going into a part 3 because now I kind of know what I'm doing. Kind of. I don't know. We'll see. But yeah, so I mean, I've made like a very extensive list of builds that I want to do. It's just getting to them. That's the problem. I mean, I am quarantined. I'm home. I'm not going anywhere. So I do have the time on my hands. But like I said, I'm still not 100% from my surgery. I'm tired. I just want to relax and rest right now. So, and editing. I mean, the editing's actually pretty easy. I've gotten pretty quick at it. It's the stop motion that is very time consuming to do, because I have a lot of really big builds in mind, and I actually have built a lot of big things, but I just have yet to film them. And I guess I need to stop being so lazy when it comes to recording and the stop motion or speed builds. It just is a lot of work, and I do get frustrated at times, but I like posting this stuff, and I like when people post their reactions to my builds and tell me how much they like them and enjoy them, and it's just what they've been looking for, and it just makes me feel so good. Like I said in my last speed build, the family vacation home, I was so excited because I think at that time I had 63 subs, and now I'm at 78, I think. 78, which I was like going nuts about. I can't imagine how I'll be once I actually reach 100, because then I get my own URL and I feel like I'm really going to just be like a super maniac and super excited about it. And maybe they'll give me more motivation for the builds too, because people are enjoying them, and I like that people are enjoying them. It makes me happy to see other people happy. And like I said, we could use a big distraction in the world right now. So maybe by then I'll be more motivated, but once I start my job, whenever it opens, whenever life gets back to normal, hopefully sooner rather than later, hopefully I will find the time to do my builds and recordings. I think once I start working, I'll be able to put myself on a better schedule. Right now I'm all over the place. So I think once that happens, I'll be able to like actually pick a day when I do my posts and stuff. Right now we just kind of post sporadically, so I guess we'll see when the time comes with that. Anyway, so here I wanted to do like a community pool. You'll see it jump around a little bit. That's because I cut out a lot of the stuff that is like boring to watch me just trying to figuring out what I wanted to do. But I wanted to do like a little community pool where all the Sims could meet up and go swimming. And I also decided to put in like a community park for the kids. And I do that in the corner. You'll see towards the end. But I don't know. I feel like something's really missing from this. I'm not sure what it is yet. I can't figure it out. It might be the fence that I'm not a huge fan of. I might do the fence that I used for the perimeter of the lot in the center. I'm not really sure. And I'm definitely going to change the orange sand because it's hideous and I hate it and it looks like cheese doodles. Like the stuff left on your fingers when you're eating cheese doodles. That's how it looks on the ground and I don't like it. So I'm going to kind of jazz that up. And once I'm done with the builds, I'm going to obviously put more plants and things around so it's not so dull and boring looking. But yeah, here I'm just making room for the park. It is towards the end of this part 1 of the build, so you'll see me kind of put in the park bits, and then I start to close it off. Actually, I think I might have deleted that part of the video, but you'll see in the next video I finish it up, and then I'll get to the other 2 houses. But thank you so much, guys, for watching this, and if you are new to the channel, please like and subscribe. Maybe I could get to my 100 viewers at some point, and I'll be jumping for joy. But yeah, thanks so much for tuning in and taking the time to watch this build, and stay happy, healthy, safe, and positive out there. It's a crazy time, but we're all in this together, and yeah, I'm just thinking of that High School Musical song right now. But thanks for watching, guys, and we'll see you in part 2. Thanks so much.